I attended Oconee Fall Line Technical College, and like many others, I was considered a non-traditional student.
My classes at OFTC have taught me the different aspects of a criminal mind and the way the criminal acts.
The term non-traditional career refers to jobs that have traditionally been held by one gender. That would be like males in cosmetology or females in welding.
Anyone can do it, regardless of the gender, and as long as you put your mind to it, you can succeed and achieve all your goals.
I have with me today Gary Simpson. We're here in the Automotive Technology Center here at Oconee Fall Line Technical College. Gary, first of all, thank you for being with me. I've never had you on, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me.
I appreciate you coming over here and promoting our program. I sure do.
Well, it's a great program. We always talk about the many degrees you can get out here at OFTC, but this is one that you're almost guaranteed, and especially coming to Oconee Fall Line, to get a job when you get your certificate and graduate from this course. And it's just a wide open field. Tell me, first of all, just a little overview of the program.
A little overview of the program. We teach automotive from pretty much from bumper to bumper. We go through all the phases, the air conditioner, transmissions, manual and straight shift, front ends, rear ends, brakes, steering, suspension. We teach them how to do alignments, tire balancing, the basic simple stuff, oil changes, and pulling the engines out, rebuilding them. We go from one end to the other.
Mm-hmm. And cars are so much more, and trucks are so much advanced more. We were talking off camera a minute ago. It's kind of hard to work on your own vehicle anymore unless you are a trained technician.
That's true. You got to really know what you're doing to work on them. A lot of people think they know what they're doing until they get in there, and then they, without the proper tools, without the computer software and all to actually hook up and do the diagnostics, you'll be lost.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And you're talking about expensive equipment, the DRB machines, and to be able to diagnose it. You're talking about thousands of dollars in equipment.
Yes, sir.
There.
Yes, sir. It gets very costly.
What kind of traits do you look for in someone that may be interested in an automotive technology degree?
You can tell a lot by their work ethics. If they come in here and they show that they want to get out there in the shop and work, they'll do real well. Also, hand-eye coordination. If they can make their hands do what their brain tells them to do when they're working on stuff, that'll make a real good technician. Also, they got to have a lot of common sense. A lot of stuff working on cars is a lot of common sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even though we talk about the diagnostic equipment, yeah, that is good to help. It's a tool in the box. But a lot of times you got to push that machine over to the side and get in there and figure it out, don't you?
That's exactly right. Yep, that's where your common sense comes in at, right there.
Tell me what these students are doing behind us here.
They're actually pulling the transmission out of that little truck. We are in the process of going to actually put a new motor and all in that truck. That's actually the air conditioner, Mr. Kevin, that's over in the air conditioner system. That's actually his truck, and we're going to put a new engine in it for him.
You're working on Kevin Lewis's truck.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, well, charge him extra, okay? Make sure you charge him a lot extra there.
He's going to have to buy us a steak supper after all this right
a
here.
big old steak for that. Gary, I was glad when I walked in, I saw a young woman back here in your class as a student. Let's talk to the ladies that are watching us out there as far as being in this program.
The ladies can get in this program. They're what they call non-traditional students. And actually, ladies usually do better in this field because they're more detailed to attention, and they'll do real well. You don't have to be real strong to be a mechanic because, with the tools you have these days, you got air tools and impact wrenches and stuff like that. You don't have to be a real physically strong to do this kind of work. If you got the right equipment, like pulling motors and all in and out, all you got to do is work the equipment. I always tell them to work smarter, not harder.
Absolutely.
But the women, you think about it. There's 50% of the people in the world women, and 50% of them is driving cars. So why not have the women working in the field? I've done a little research on the internet, and they say that there's only 7% of the mechanics that are women, and that's a lot of potential for more women to get into the field.
Yeah, and way more than 50%. As I've looked at surveys, and it's true around my house, but the women are the decision makers. And they bring the cars in the shop. I know my daughter-in-law took her car in the shop yesterday. She takes it in by herself. And I think it'd be great when you got women bringing their cars in the shop to be able to deal with a woman.
Yes, you do. You do.
Looking around this shop, we're in a big place here, and I look around at, you got a performance station, you got engine rebuilding, you got power steering and suspension, automatic, you mentioned a while ago, and we call it straight shift, mine and your generation, manual to those of you that don't know what we're talking about. But where do you start? Like if I signed up for this class and I started next semester, where do you start at?
I always start them in a introduction to automotive technology, which is start you in some of the basic stuff you need to do, like oil changes and that kind of stuff. But one of the first things you do is you'll go through it'll take you 3 or 4 days to do a little safety training program. Mm-hmm. And then after you go through that, you can actually come into the shop, and then one of the first things we're gonna do is we start like doing oil change. I'm gonna show you how to put a car on a rack. I'm gonna show you how to properly lift it up and that kind of stuff, because I don't want nobody coming out here throwing a car from the floor out here.
I've known that to happen, and that can be very dangerous. And I noticed when you're talking there, you have safety glasses on.
Yes, sir.
Safety is the number one goal,
thing,
isn't
right?
it?
Yes, sir, it is. My students should have their safety glasses on.
Well, let's hope so. We're on television.
That's right.
I know you see the instructor turning around there and looking.
Should have made sure for you come in, I reckon.
How do you get started? Somebody watching us today and say, you know, I don't really know a whole lot about cars. Is that going to affect them getting into automotive technology? If let's say you know zero about cars.
They could come out here, and usually that'd be the best kind, somebody that don't know a lot, and you could actually show them how to properly work on a car, instead of somebody that thinks they know, but they really don't. As far as getting in, they come out here and see emissions. Mm-hmm. We'll have, or they can come out here and talk to me, come around here to the automotive technology program, and I'll be glad to talk to them.
And you're the perfect person. You've been in the business for a long time.
Yes, sir.
And you know the kind of money. And I know if you look online, I know that don't reflect the real market. When I look online and I see what the potential yearly salary is, I know you make a lot more money than that in the automotive business.
The sky's the limit. You work hard. The harder you work, the more money you make. Most technicians work on commission basis, and most shops have plenty of work to do. And the reason why there's plenty of work is because there's a shortage of mechanics right now. Mm-hmm. So the people I know in the field, they're turning 60, 80 hours a week, and making real good money. Real good money.
And I think the reason for that, and I have a lot of friends in the business, and I say this because they're my age, we're getting older.
That's right.
And we're not far from retiring, and that's really the majority of the people. They're older people, and they're not going to be in the car business or the automotive business too much longer, and we need this younger generation to step up.
Yes, sir, we sure do. We just got a Hope Career Grant, and it actually helps the students get into the program. It'll pay for a lot more, and a lot of times the students can, with the proper, they can come out here and actually go through the program, and it won't cost them a thing. With the Hope scholarships and all the scholarships that are available, mm-hmm. it'll be pretty much free or very little out of their pocket to even come to school.
Okay, from someone who's been in the business, put your instructor hat to the side. What do you say to somebody watching us right now about getting in the automotive field?
Automotive field is a very good industry to get into. If you like to work on cars, if you don't mind getting dirty, if you don't mind working, if you got good work ethics and you don't mind getting dirty, you can make a real good technician. Yeah,
and you have the tools here.
Yes, sir.
I look around here at the hundreds of thousands of dollars that Oconee Fall Line has invested that you can take advantage of. And you come out here, and the good thing about, as I watch the Tools Foundation every year, we have the Tools program, it's some of the tools that we give to these technicians. I'm talking about serious money now.
Yes, sir.
To help these people. You come out, you do good, You have the foundation behind you, you have the school behind you, and you got to have a leg up, don't you?
You do, you do. As far as the equipment and tools, we've got plenty of tools, plenty of tools. The equipment in here, it's not like it's old and outdated stuff. This is fairly new tools in here. This is what you'll see when you get out of here and go into the industry.
Okay. Gary Simpson, he's the man, and if you want to get in the automotive technology business out here at Oconee Fall Line, I know you're here to answer any questions. They can just come out. I know check in with the proper people when you come in, but I'm sure you'll be glad to answer any questions.
Yes, sir. I'll be glad to.
Okay. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. I
Glad to
appreciate
have
it.
you.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Y'all stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
Meet Daniel, entrepreneur, T-ball coach.
Hey there.
He's available anytime, anywhere, so his bank needs to be too. And with Robbins Financial Credit Union, he can make mobile deposits right from his tailgate.
It's easier than hitting off a tee.
And this is Jeannie and Tess.
Hi.
From their mortgage to auto loans and even online banking, Jeannie's family trusts Robbins Financial with all their banking needs.
We love Robbins.
I love the suckers.
Yes, we do.
Robbins Financial Credit Union. Better banking for everyone.
Welcome back, everybody. I have with me, everybody knows by now, Emily Rayleigh, the marketing director here at Oconee Fall Line. You were behind the camera listening to Gary and I talk. So many scholarships to help the students, aren't there?
Yes, absolutely. You know, aside from just the different scholarships and the federal aid that you can get, you know, whether you go to a 2-year or 4-year school. One of the unique things about Oconee Fall Line and technical education is that through the Technical College System of Georgia, what Gary was talking about, the Hope Career Grant, it is a grant that the governor has kind of put in place that the purpose of it is to help employment in the state of Georgia where there are, you know, trends where employment is lacking. They've created this grant to encourage people to go into that field. So there are actually 17 industries. OFTC doesn't have all of those programs, but throughout the state, 17 industries within the state of Georgia that the Hope Career Grant qualifies for this grant. And OFTC's Automotive program is one of those, and we have quite a few of them. They're on our website, but students can come in for the diploma or certificate program. They're able to get the Hope Grant, which is different than the Hope Scholarship. It's only available to technical college students, as well as then the Hope Career Grant, which on top of that, if you're taking pretty much a full load, which I think it's at least 9 hours, it pays $500 per semester. You just get that from enrolling in the program, and that Hope Career Grant combined with the Hope Grant will cover all the tuition for the automotive program.
So basically, the reason the governor put this in place, as Gary was mentioning, there's a shortage
Yes.
of technicians. Is that one of the qualifications for this?
Yes, and like I said, I didn't create the grant, so I'm not sure all the ins and outs that go with it, but it is, you know, the automotive program, as well as like the air conditioning program and a few other ones were just recently added, started January 2018. And, you know, part of that might be from the research that they've done. The automotive industry is one of the fastest growing in the state of Georgia, according to the Georgia Department of Economic and Development, as well as other information you can find from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. But it's a great field to go into because there are jobs in the state of Georgia. You don't have to leave, you know, where you are to go be able to use these skills to get a good job.
And is this course available at both campuses, Sandersville and Dublin?
Automotive is right now currently only here at in our Dublin campus. You know, I think there might be plans in the future as the college grows that there would be the potential to have an automotive program in Sandersville, but there's nothing has been, you know, really decided on about that as of right now.
Well, it's got to make you proud, though. I mean, look around this place we're standing in. This is state of the art. I mean, the education you get here, and I'm just shocked when I come here. It's not my first time, but you come in here and see the tools and the not like Gary said, it's not old stuff you're dealing with.
Right.
There's a lot of money invested in here, aren't there?
There is, and you know, the idea is like with any of our programs, we want you to come in to OFTC and ideally leave with the experience that you need to go out and get a job. And And when I say that, you are doing everything you're doing in here in this automotive lab that you will be able to knowledgeably go into, an automotive business and be able to say, I've used that before, I've seen this before, I've touched it, I know what to do with it. And, of course, there's things that you learn in the field, on the job, that you haven't done in school. That's on the job experience. But, they are getting, with different grants, they're able to get different equipment at different times throughout the year. So it's really great to have the opportunity to come out and really get to work on the things that you would do in that field.
It's good. I see the sign up there, Skills USA. I was at East Lawrence with graduates this morning, and it's really good when you hear graduates this year, and it's at all the schools. I just happen to be at East Lawrence, but to talk about being in the skills program and having dual enrollment.
Right.
And to be able to graduate high school, I just wish they had that when I was in school, but it's great to get those core classes and to be able to have dual enrollment, and I know that's important at Oconee Fall Line.
Yes, it is, and I don't think currently right now there are any dual enrollment students here in Dublin taking automotive, but I know there have been in the past, and I'm sure that there will be in the future. But whether you're taking those core classes that you think you might want to go to a four-year school, like you're going to take the histories and the psychologies, you still need some of those at two-year schools as well. But whether you're going to take those core classes or whether you have students who say, you know what, I really want to learn a skill so that I can go out and get a hands-on career. If they're still in high school, they can come out, take classes. Our college works with the high school's guidance counselors to kind of get all this set up. So the dual enrollment program is free to students. It covers most of the books and fees that they have, and so they're really able to come in for zero out of pocket, get a head start, and they might graduate high school with, a semester or two of automotive under their belt, come in and 2 semesters, 3 semesters be finished and be able to go out and get a career that much faster than you would if you just waited. Right.
You're ahead of the game. I mean, it's a great program. And if you're watching us now, you got kids or grandkids, dual enrollment is wonderful. And even if you didn't go in the automotive field, to have these skills.
Absolutely.
Just to do your own work. I mean, I was in a shop a few weeks ago and I saw the labor rate. $150 an hour is the labor rate, which to be able to train technicians to do the job, I understand, but just think if you could do that yourself.
Right, you could save yourself money, and you might decide, if you might know of a high school student, like you said, parents or grandparents might be watching this, that you're absolutely right. You might not say that, I want my forever career to be in the automotive, but you might be someone who's really good at it, and you could learn this skill. Like he said, one of the first semester classes you're taking is how to change your oil. Different things like that that you'll have, that you'll know how to do. And that if you go away to a different college, if it's out of state or in a different county that might be a couple hours from where you live, you could get a job while you're going to school as a part-time, automotive technician and make money. And, you could have learned most of that while you're in high school and didn't have anything as far as you don't leave with debt.
That's right. And you could even think about it. If you went on to the University of Georgia or Georgia Tech or anywhere, what a great job just fixing the people in your dorms' vehicles. That's a side job right there.
Yeah, get you some business cards and...
But you can go into your own business, and we didn't talk about that with Gary, but a lot of these people that graduate, they have the opening to start their own business.
That's right, they do, and Gary probably could, talk more about that with his experience, but being able to learn the skills, and then even at the college, you might say, well, I want to take some business classes because I really do want to open up my own business. You can come here and really be provided with the skills that you need to, run the business part of, the finances, that type of thing.
Okay, we got summer semester coming up. It's a little shorter. Is it too late to get involved there?
No, absolutely not. There's still plenty of time. Registration starts the first 2 weeks of May. So if you are interested in saying, you know what, maybe this summer I want to maybe look at taking some classes, or, I'm going to have a break from whatever it is in your life this summer that you think is requiring your time, check us out. Visit OFTC.edu. Come out and talk with the admissions representative. If you are interested in like automotive or nursing or cosmetology and you think, I just kind of want to see what it's like first, come in. They'll bring you down here. They'll let you talk with the instructors. And you can get an idea of what, the schooling is like in those programs.
And with cosmetology now, can't the general public come out and take advantage of the services at the cosmetology?
Yes, you can. On the OFTC.edu website, you can find through the navigation at the top a little link that'll take you to the Salon Services page on our website, and it will tell you what their hours are, their contact information, the services they provide, and it lets students get practice. And I had one of the graduates, she was still a student, she cut my hair, and she started her business that way by getting clients that she really liked, or that they really liked her cutting their hair. And so it's a great opportunity to maybe get it a little less expensive than you would at an actual salon within the community, but it also gives the students an opportunity to learn how to be successful in that field.
Okay, I think I'll go on over and see what they can do with my hair, Emma.
Yeah,
what do you think?
They might be.
You
I've seen some wigs,
But they are great. I've been in the School of Cosmetology, and the services they have.
Skin, nails,
that's
hair,
right.
everything.
And be able to, what's the word they dip my hands in the wax?
Paraffin wax.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness, that is
Soft.
great. So take advantage of that. That's something we never talk about. But and the girls are great. The instructors are great. I got to be with them during the career fair here, I guess last month, Emily, and they make it fun. And just like all the instructors, fun and learning can be fun.
Yes.
And it's a lot easier when you're having fun.
It really is, and a lot of our instructors and programs are just like that. It's serious, but there's also a lot of fun things that go on.
That's right. You heard us talk about it just a few moments ago. Log on to oftc.edu or call the number right there on the screen. Thank you so much for joining us today.